car wash. This place is amazing. Check it out. Really cool. Yeah, so we're gonna see the audio quality here. We're mic'd up. We have the DJI Mic 3, and we're just gonna check out what it is like inside of a car wash with all of these beautiful lights happening, going around. Got those LED lights, multicolor, brand new car wash. Got the goo going. All right, so far, experience is pretty nice inside the car wash. Excuse me for that little cough. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun inside the car wash. So there's a company that posts like 100 times a day. And if the audio is bad, please let me know because I can cancel this live. But yeah. So my question with this sound is it better to post a bunch of times a day or better to post only a few times? Ooh, that's loud. I feel like this is loud. Let me see if I can change these settings to not be so loud. Let's see. Okay, transmitter, receiver, a few. Surfing history, how are you? Is it too loud? What's it sound like to you guys? Muted. All right, check, 1, 2. Check. I think I lost the audio. Oh no, it's there. It's live again. All right, awesome. What are some ideal things to speak on in the live given you know my content creation, question mark? All right, check this out. This is really cool. Love this effect. Got a bunch of different colors. Super cool. LEDs just make this whole vibe like so much nicer. It's really cool. All right. All right, so if you're new, we're going live every single day of 2026, so make sure you subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. So what am I noticing lately? There's patterns that I notice of people saying you should post a bunch of times. Some people say you should only post 1 time a day. And this is for gaining your followership in YouTube and other social medias. So some content works better on TikTok, while other content works better on YouTube, and some other content works better on Instagram. So one thing that I noticed with YouTube is it's not good to like send out your content to people who are not really interested in your type of content, because if you do that, you find that viewer, and then if that viewer looks at your stuff again and they're not like really into your content, it's not really good. You're not going to find like a person who's actually into that type of content. So that's one thing to consider whenever you're creating your own type of content. So this is what it looks like right now. And what's kind of important is just to make content, 100% just to make content. Get out of your comfort zone, do the content. And if you're trying to go viral, one thing that I've noticed people say is find someone that's viral in your niche, whatever, and kind of use them as guidelines, and then make even better content than what they're making. That's always like a really, really cool thing to do. Syra Alvarez, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for leaving a comment, and please, yeah, everyone light up the chat. We're going live every single day of 2026, so turn on notifications, subscribe, and we're trying to make an amazing community together where we can all help each other and have a good time. So making content is good. It's fun. It's great. And if you like doing it, but if you actually do not like making content, don't make it. You got to do things that you enjoy, honestly. So if you do things you enjoy, you will not work a day in your life. And that's really, really something that I could say. And be creative. Get out of your comfort zone. Definitely need to do that. Just get out of your comfort zone, do new things, try new things. So like this area over here where I'm going to now, this is like a nice little area where actually my mom sent me a picture of this beautiful white bird. And I haven't seen the white bird in person here, but I did see the white bird in another location. And it has like this huge long neck and it's just so beautiful. And I'm gonna try something new. I just don't know too much about what I'm gonna do or where this is gonna go, but this is all part of my personality, part of the journey, part of us growing together, and just trying to create some type of content, because ultimately that is what it is all about. Get outside, walk around, stretch your legs. It's always a beautiful thing to do. All right, we have like a band rehearsal going on over there. It's really beautiful. But let me switch this camera for you. So this kind of looks like nothing as of now, but now we're gonna try to find something like interesting here. So if you're a photographer and you need textures for something, right here, this is perfect. Bam, you have so many textures, you have so many details. Nature is just beautiful. Look at that. This is not really a park, it's kind of just like a creek with a thing. And if you guys want to talk about composition, so we have like the rule of thirds where this takes up like third of the screen, this is another third of the screen. And so also in photography, you want to have like a trifecta of things. So say this is one part, this would be like the foreground, this would be like the background, and say we have something kind of closer to this. This is kind of like a beautiful shot because you have like dynamics, you have depth, you have like the coloring here, this like lighter gray and then like a darker angle. And this is like a nice little tree where you can kind of sit on. Pretty cool. Rachana, yes, I am alone right now. Thank you for joining. And we're talking about like going viral content. So here a truck just parked and there's like some lights going on, which could be cool. Like if someone had like this fashion outfit and you wanted to focus only on the jeans and not really like the model's face or the top, like say that's a good ad for a Joe's Jeans type of thing. What else do we have? Just taking a walk in the park. All right, we have some more water over here. It's peaceful. You got these little like things that are making circles in the water. Don't know what it is, but looks really cool. And sometimes it's good to just like get away from the computer screen or get away from work and take like a 5-minute walk or just walk around, because you never know what you're gonna find. Like, look how cool this is. So we have the reflections here. It's really cool. This like patch of moss in the center kind of looks like some type of created being. Oh, those are tadpoles. Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. They're gonna be frogs one day. Maybe we can see a frog in here. So right here we can see the reflections of like the clouds and stuff. So if we have like a circle polarized filter and we twist it on our lens, then we'll be able to see actually through that what it does is like cuts like lines of light and lets you see like through these things, which is pretty cool. Another thing about like going viral is being able to provide information, like be a wealth of knowledge. So if you're the type of person that doesn't like to share knowledge, then people are not going to want to subscribe to you or work with you because you're not sharing any knowledge. You're not giving any value at all. Here we have the walk in the park look, the down up. And here's like a nice little Animal Crossing right here. So this is pretty cool. So perspective is really important as well. So if we get lower, all right, I'm gonna turn the camera around and I wonder if YouTube, oh, I got sand in my shoe. It's not good. I gotta take the sand out of my shoe. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera around and I wonder if this is automatically gonna flip. Orientation is locked. But anyways, if you're holding the phone, like getting really low and moving slowly like this really adds some type of cool dynamic. And also, if you're like in the foreground, kind of getting close to things like this and then having like a nice little reveal to here is really cool as well. So I'm hand holding this and I'm being kind of sloppy, but let's see how slow I can be with this little pan. So say for instance, we're focusing on this leaf over here. We go lower. We'll just do like a really slow pan. And things like this is like kind of relaxing, good for photography, good for like showing the environment, showing the story. And here we have a little, I don't know if it's man-made or not man-made, but a miniature bridge. Pretty small bridge, like there's my foot. But also it adds some pretty cool dynamic. We got some sounds over here. We can bust out our little microphone, excuse me. I'll get really close to here. So if you're really into like sound design, you can just pretty much keep it there for however long you want and get some really cool sounds. All right, excuse me for a sec, I'm gonna put this back up. So this is all like part of content creation. Like you don't have to do like the content that everyone else does. You can just do your own. It's gonna be shaky for a little bit. Yeah, I'm wearing cool shoes. I'm wearing Vivo Barefoots. Bam. I love these shoes. They're more like, I was thinking about it this morning. What are Vivo Barefoots versus Ultras? Because those are my two favorite companies. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna mute this so it doesn't fuck with. Okay, so what's the difference between like Vivo Barefoot and Ultras? Vivos are like more fashion oriented, I guess, like with the low soles and everything. These are like 6 or 7 years old. They're leather and they've lasted for so long, and they're like my just walk around, do nothing shoe. And then I have the Ultras, which are like the super, super comfortable shoes. And yeah, those are great. I love those so much. But yeah, like you think this is just a simple parking lot or whatever, and you go behind the parking lot and just look at all these colors, look at the nature. It's incredible. This is beautiful. Say for instance, you have like a gym and you're trying to increase calmness and peace. All you need is this. You know, this in the background playing on some televisions or on a projector, a huge projector, and then people kind of just relaxing and working on their breath work or whatever they're doing. It's a really cool idea. And what inspires you? What is something that you look forward to in the day, in the night, in the morning. You got a little tree hat going on right now. So one of these angles, as far as photography, is one of the least flattering angles because it looks like I have a double chin. This is like a decent angle, and this is kind of usually a little bit more flattering. So this is just above my eye line. So if you're taking photos or trying to do your thirst traps, just focus on that type of stuff. And if you want to have longer legs, you know, like the female models, they want to have long legs. The Lord blessed me with some long legs, but use a wide angle camera, get low, and then it's always good for the lady to lean forward. Let's see, what else do we have over here? This is like some more texture stuff. Textured water, very interesting. Kind of nasty. Yeah, flowers are awesome. Take pictures of flowers. Yeah, nothing in life is perfect, honestly. And no two snowflakes are the same. Ooh, surfing history. Your friend got you Ultras. They're your favorite shoes ever. It's like walking on a cloud, that's right. Yeah, and roses are beautiful. They smell so good. Here we have some wood. One thing that this reminds me of is there is like this guy who did flooring, which is so cool. And so basically what he did was he took something like this big, but 4 times as big, and he cut little squares. And then he made them probably really thin, like maybe 1 inch big by, 12 inches by 12 inches, like a typical tile. And he laid tile with a bunch of different types of wood. And it looks so amazing, like just so amazing. Just imagine like a bunch of squares, but random sizes on the floor. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like for one of my next passion projects, when I lay tile, I'm gonna lay some wood like that. And I think you have to glaze it with the epoxy. So if you glaze it with the epoxy, it's kind of, some epoxies are food safe, some are not. So you can use it as a table if it's food safe. But if you want to use it as a floor, which I'm thinking, you probably should use food safe if you have like kids around. Another thing, when you're walking in nature, watch out for snakes. But this is kind of like partial nature because there's like parking here and just nature. But this is part of like what the thing that I'm trying to explain is just try new things, And obviously if you're like in any type of danger, don't do these types of things. But if you want to like go on hikes and you're kind of worried about defending yourself, go during the day, go with a bunch of friends. Don't put yourself in danger ever, but always try to have some fun. Got these low-hanging branches over here. Really, really cool. And it's sunset time here in California. Oh, we just have a random palm leaf over here hanging. I guess there's a palm tree someplace and maybe some high winds, but we don't have any palm trees here. So this thing flew from quite some, and it's been there probably for about, I don't know, I'd say at least half a year. I'm not a treeologist, so I don't know, or horticulturist. Yeah, so create content. Just try to create as much content as you can and do things that make you happy, because when you do those things that make you happy, other people are like, oh, you know what, that's pretty cool. And you're gonna find people that are similar to you, but you gotta be honest to yourself, like 100% honest. Because if you're not honest to yourself, people are going to notice that. They're gonna notice it 100%. I'm trying to get the sand out of my shoe, hopping on one leg. Yeah, you gotta be 100% honest. Here's a challenge, like leave in the comments if you want. You don't have to, but what you're trying to be honest about. And then 3 things, or 1 or 2 things that you want to do to try to inspire yourself to be honest. Because the more honest you are, the better you're going to be. So here we are, just in nature, taking a little walk on the unpaved path. Look at this tree just wrapping around. So cool. There's people who pay a lot of money to like intertwine trees together. Yeah, listening better is always a good idea. Listening is really important. Listening with a unbiased type of perspective is really important as well. You got this sunset, you got the cars cruising. You know, if someone lives in the country and they can't go to sleep, there you go. Just record some cars driving by and they're like, oh, I feel like I'm at home. It's a good time. Getting closer to God, can never go wrong with that. Praise the Lord. Calming activities, yeah, that's really important. Where's everyone from? What are your passions? What do you love? Oh, I got a few other things I gotta share with you guys. So here's something creators don't realize until it's too late. They strive for perfection. Nothing in life is perfect, honestly. Nothing in life is perfect. And if you're striving to be perfect, your body's never going to be perfect. Your mental state is never going to be perfect. Your business is never going to be perfect. Nothing's perfect. So if you want to do something, do it now. No reason to wait. Just do it. So you see, I was just at the car wash, got out of the car wash, took a walk, and just doing it. Please give me some examples. Yeah, so we have this beautiful sunset. You can see this gradient happening from here all the way up. Just beautiful. Imagine we have a flash like here and we light it well. That could be beautiful. Sunset shots are like really cool. Also, sunrise shots are really cool because it's challenging. And the photographer has to be very fast to dial in the light settings and the flash settings. So light settings meaning the camera settings and the flash settings. And then when you're working with talent, the talent has to be really good too, because you need to get that shot fast. Because in the morning, have you guys woken up in the morning and seen how fast the sun rises? Just so fast, boom, like literally continuously changing. So that means like the natural shadows of the model changes consistently. And what are you doing? Do you have the natural sun as the backlight, or do you have the natural sun as the key light? And a lot of times I think what's beautiful in photography is if your natural light, which is the sunlight, is your backlight. And you have a typical key light because you need to show some more details in the texture of the clothing or the makeup or the hair. Oh, which lenses can see through the water? That's a CPL, a circular polarized filter. CPF? Circular polarized filter. Yeah. But I think it goes by like CPL for some reason. Circular polarized linear, because it's linear. It cuts like only very small parts of light that come from like this way, and you can like churn it so then they all cut this way or this way depending on where the sun is. And it's very much like a little fun art form, but whenever you get involved in that, that's a whole thing that takes a lot of energy, and then you got to really need it. Like one thing that you can do for that is car photos. So when you're like photographing inside the car and you want to capture the talent inside the car, use a circular polarizer lens filter. to cut the light so the reflections of the sun are like 90 to 100% gone, and then you can see the actual talent driving the car, which is a cool little thing to do. Yeah, let's see. Are there any hobbies that you guys are into or thinking about getting into? Optimism gets misunderstood. People think it means believing everything will work out. I think optimism is just choosing not to quit while things are unclear. Yeah, don't quit. You have ebbs and flows just like the ocean, you know? The waves break, the water rushes up the sand, and that's when the times are good. All the water's up there. And then the water comes back, and you're without any ocean water and a lot of sand. But just like everything, things will come back up. Speaking of, a lot of people are saying with the stock market, things are going down. Is it a good time to buy? I have no idea. I'm like the last person you should talk to about the stock market. But I can tell you that patterns tend to repeat themselves. And whenever you see red in the streets, that's a good time to buy. So, not going to say anything, but if a person knows about those things, it might be an ideal time to buy. But there's always, it's a gamble. You never know. Is it going to go to zero? Is it going to be depleted? Especially if that's like a not making asset, if it's just the type that is by customer or consumer thoughts or ideas, like, oh yeah, this is going to be good. You never know. You never know. Like there was if you guys heard about Rivian, this stock, oh, that's cool. This stock is, it was at like $90 or $100 per share. And then I read an article, and it was by like a news outlet. And they're like, yeah, you should definitely check this out. What for? Well, because Amazon just purchased, it's a little dark, probably not too good. I'm gonna go back outside until I finish this story. So Amazon just purchased, or made a purchase to purchase 100,000 trucks from Rivian. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, 100,000 trucks from Rivian, and it's signed, sealed, delivered. That's gonna be amazing. Incredible. So the stock actually went from like 90 or 100 down to like 15, and then to like 7 or something super low, and it's like cruising there around like $13 or $14. So if you're ever going to gamble, which the stock market kind of is a gamble, or any type of market, one thing to consider is put in as much money as you're okay not ever seeing again. So you're going to Vegas, you like to play poker. Okay, I can be good with like losing $100, but that's my limit. That's my cap. So after $100, I'm going to sleep, or I'm going someplace else. I'm not doing anything else. So have that self-discipline, have that limit. Just be like, okay, after this, I'm done with it. I'm not doing it anymore. And yeah, so just want to tell everybody, we're going live every single day of 2026. So subscribe, turn on those notifications, light up the comments. Oh, what if you're so busy you don't have a lot of time? What do you mean you don't have a lot of time? A lot of time for what? Time is time management. Yeah. I honestly don't have too much time at all. I'm in the middle of so many projects, and content creation is like a fun little hobby of mine, and I like to help people, and I've gathered like so much knowledge with photography and some of the arts that I want to share that knowledge, because I was misguided for so long. I didn't know about like so many things, and about how weird some photographers are, or video people, and all those types of things. So I kind of want to give like a fair warning to a lot of people, and just kind of say like, be aware of like how corrupt entertainment is. And if you can live a life without entertainment or being in the entertainment industry, that's probably gonna give you so much joy, because the entertainment industry is what it is. You're filled with a bunch of people who are fake, a bunch of people who have egos, and like artists and painters, they have one type of personality, and within that one type of personality, there's a bunch of variations. And then musicians, photographers, poets, everybody has like their own type of thing. But I think if you get into a trade or a thing that you really enjoy and that you're really good at, you should try that. And also find people that you enjoy spending time with. That's super important. Yeah. Yeah, and make time for yourself. You can almost block out like certain parts of your schedule. Be like, okay, from 2 to 3, I'm doing this. It's gonna take me a half hour to get home, and then I need 15 minutes to prepare for the next thing. So from 3:45 to 4:15, I'm gonna do this. And kind of set enough on your plate where you can finish everything. That's the sound of ducks. I'm just gonna take a moment. Ducks are really cool. Put enough on your plate where you can finish everything, but don't overexhaust yourself, because if you overexhaust yourself, that's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Yeah, good coffee is so important to a good life. What is everyone's favorite type of coffee? That's a good question. Yeah, time management is so important. And also the ability to say no to people. Just to say no, like, or maybe some other time. That's so important too, because you have to be able to tell people like, no, I can't do this. Or I can do this, but with this and that. Like, negotiate your time, negotiate your skills. If you don't, no one will. No one will. And people will take advantage of you. So just remember that. And always try to do the right thing. There's like something that you get from doing the right thing. You can say, for instance, you'll lose like 30 or 40% of your money on one deal, but you're doing the right thing. How good you're gonna feel after you do that deal, money can't buy that. And that's an important thing to like, just remember, like always try to do the right thing. Obviously you can't, like in a world where it's like everyone is super slippery, greasy, you do the right thing always, you're gonna be, wherever you're gonna be. But, in the right circumstances, around the right people, always do the right thing. And I think almost always, I think actually always, because when you do the right thing, it comes back really, really well, and it's worth it. Yeah. That's a good thing. So anyways, take care, everybody. Take care, everybody. Make 2026 amazing. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. And until next time, we're going live every single day of 2026. If not once, then a bunch of times. So all of you guys, take care. And I wish you the best.